everyone. My name is Reia Davidson, and I am the head of Programmatic at Ogury. In case you're not familiar, Ogury is a mobile technology company, and we specialize in using data to reveal consumer user journeys. And Ogury enables brands, publishers, and consumers to make informed choices and to gain their fair share of value in a very complex and competitive mobile ecosystem. Today I'll be discussing why programmatic no longer has to be problematic and how using smart data will lead to smarter campaigns. So we're all here today because we understand the importance and power of data-driven advertising and automation. Programmatic is everywhere. It's quickly become one of the fastest growing marketing channels for brands around the world. eMarketer projects that by the end of this calendar year, global programmatic ad spend will have reached $33 billion. That's billion with a B. And by the end of next year, it's projected that programmatic ad spend will have reached $46 billion. That is 40% year-over-year growth, huge numbers, tremendous growth, and really exciting stuff. So what's the catch? Despite the growth of programmatic and its perceived benefits in terms of reach, efficiency, and more effective targeting, some challenges definitely still exist. So without accurate and transparent data, programmatic is not only useless, it can actually be detrimental to your business. So at its core, every programmatic engine relies on data. And the effectiveness of any programmatic solution relies entirely on the quality of data it's fed. So as consumers, we've come to expect a certain quality of fuel when we fill our cars' tanks with gas. But as marketers, are we equally as confident in the quality of data used to fuel such a significant portion of our marketing investment? Automated algorithms and artificial intelligence are certainly capable of making far faster and smarter decisions than even the most skilled marketers. But if the data used to fuel these decisions is inaccurate, incomplete, or out of date, then while the technology itself might be efficient, it's certainly not effective and it will lead to subpar results. So as our expectations and awareness around the quality of data continues to rise, it's becoming more and more apparent that far too many marketing technologies, despite their intelligent capabilities, are simply being powered by bad and incomplete data drawn from disjointed segments of user behavior that doesn't reflect the total user journey. And incomplete data doesn't provide you with your full audience profile. So even for the digital media giants, Facebook and Google, they're only able to see 30% of users' time on their mobile device. The other 70% remains a mystery. For any player outside of Facebook and Google, it's 95% of consumers' time on their mobile device that they're completely blind to. So let's say that you are trying to understand consumer behavior on Android devices and you're evaluating carrier data. In this case, you would be missing out on a huge swath of data. In the US, Android users actually consume 3 times as much data on Wi-Fi connections than they do on carrier networks. So this also applies to other data sources, bidstream data, location data, beacon data, you name it. Collecting data from these sources alone doesn't give you the full mobile profile of your audience and can lead to misaccurate representations of your audience. So bad data is extremely costly to businesses. IBM actually predicts and projects that bad data costs US businesses $3 trillion per year. And PricewaterhouseCoopers estimates that $600 billion of that is actually wasted in marketing spend. Sadly, programmatic is no exception. As more and more marketers move their investment from managed to programmatic, they're having growing concerns that even within programmatic, they're beginning to lose control over where their ads are actually placed. So unlike a few marketing nerds like me, no one really likes receiving ads, and that's most likely because they're receiving the wrong ads. Not only does bad data negatively impact billions of dollars in wasted marketing spend, it also results in consumers continuing to receive ads that are irrelevant and oftentimes disruptive. And inaccurate data means that marketing messages are still not personalized, falling short of user expectation. It's important to ensure the people you reach with your marketing message actually want to be reached by your brand and that they've actively opted in to receiving ads. In a recent study by Adlucent, 71% of people polled said they actually prefer ads that are tailored to their interests. This makes a lot of sense. No surprises here. In another recent study by HubSpot, 84% of polled consumers either agreed or strongly agreed with the statement that obnoxious or intrusive ads give a poor opinion of the brands being advertised. And it's crucial that marketers listen to consumers and provide them with a more tailored, personalized experience. And what's the most personal device we own? Our smartphones. So a bit of audience participation. Raise your hand if you haven't checked your smartphone even once since I started speaking a few minutes ago. So a few hands went up. I'm actually surprised. But don't worry, I am not offended. Honestly, smartphones have become a permanent fixture to our hands. Now people are looking on average of 47 times per day on their smartphone. People are spending an average of 5 hours per day on their device. And 81% of people have their smartphone at an arm's reach distance every single minute of the day. And for me, these statistics certainly ring true. For me, mobile is my most personal device. It's the device that knows the most about me. It's the first screen I look at in the morning. It's the last screen I look at before I go to bed at night. And my cell phone goes with me everywhere. There's been days when I've left my house without my wallet, and I'm completely fine navigating the day as long as I have my smartphone in hand. But the minute I leave my house without my smartphone, I panic and have to immediately go back to get it. So mobile is no longer just how we communicate, it's truly how we live. And mobile is very personal to users. Consumers expect rich, free content on demand, and they have very low tolerance for irrelevant or disruptive ads. In other words, consumers expect value at every step of their journey. And like the device itself, a mobile journey is exceptionally personal. It tells a personal, unique story of that individual's experience across apps and the mobile web. If you can understand this journey, then you can reveal the human at the end of the screen. And if you can activate upon this understanding, then no longer will consumers be receiving disruptive, irrelevant ads. Rather, they'll receive timely, personalized, and valuable recommendations. And this is the route for brands to connect with their ideal audiences and also for publishers to unleash soaring revenues by making these connections possible. So enter programmatic. Programmatic has the potential to positively change the way marketers connect with consumers on their most personal device. But in order to finally deliver upon this promise, a different approach is required. And this approach starts with data. Data that makes sense of the entire mobile user journey in real time and that has the power to fuel programmatic engines with insight and intelligence beyond what has formerly been available. So programmatic allows you to be smart with your ad dollars, but to be really smart, you need to understand what type of data you should be using. So as a takeaway, here are 5 key things to remember. First, collect real-time, high-quality, first-party user journey data across both apps and the mobile web. Second, collect data that understands and identifies individual humans and doesn't rely on broad segments. Third, only collect data that is GDPR compliant and transparent, and be sure to only work with partners who are 100% GDPR compliant. Fourth, don't rely on fragmented or latent input data. And last but not least, don't rely exclusively on third-party tech stacks or on the bid stream. And also, make sure to leverage first-party data signals that truly reveal a user's entire mobile journey, and this will ultimately allow you to make more valuable, personalized brand content recommendations to your audience. Needing to deliver this value isn't new, and programmatic as a practice certainly isn't new. But the ever-increasing supply of bad data, coupled with the increasing reliance on programmatic, is now challenging marketers more than ever. And at the end of the day, just remember, programmatic doesn't have to be problematic, especially when you're leveraging smart data and activating via smart platforms. So I'm relatively new to the Ogury team, just joined about 5 months ago, and our new programmatic solution called Intelligent Deals is the reason why I joined the company. Lucky for us, we check all 5 boxes from that checklist on the previous screen. So a little bit about Ogury. We are a GDPR compliant mobile data platform. We have access to over 400 million unique global profiles, and in the US, that's over 100 million, so lots of great scale. We are a mobile data platform where we can see the entire mobile user journey, both in-app and across the mobile web. Besides myself, we have Dana Carlin and Meredith Tehan joining us from Ogury in the audience. And if you have any questions about Ogury, our first-party deterministic data, or our new programmatic offering, Intelligent Deals, we'd love to chat with you over the coffee break or over the next couple of days. Thanks so much, and enjoy the break.
Thank you, Reia. Are your team members in the room? Can they identify themselves so we know?
Meredith Tehan, representing our East Coast team, and Dana Carlin, representing our Midwest team.
Thanks, Reia, very much.
Thank you.
We're going to take our coffee break now for the next 20 minutes. I want a couple of quick activities announcements. There are still openings for the tram going up the mountain. By the way, it's a gorgeous view, and once you get up to the mountain, you bring your swim trunks. You can swim up there or just enjoy the view up there. It's great. ATV is fully booked and has a waiting list. If you are going to cancel, please let Lauren know so it makes room for somebody else.